Hey guys, welcome to another heavy metal diecast video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe if you did enjoy this video. To my regular viewers, thank you for coming back, and here we have for your enjoyment is a P-47D Thunderbolt. This particular one is a Razorback, as you can see there, and this is made by Corgi in 1/72nd scale diecast. And this particular one is from the 325th Fighter Group, from the 317th Fighter Squadron from the Mediterranean Theatre, flying in operations in North Africa and Italy. And this particular P-47 here is from Italy in 1944 and was actually flown by US pilot Herschel Green, or Herky as he was known. Herky was the United States Air Force top-scoring ace in the Mediterranean Theatre, ending the war with 18 aerial victories, including 6 in a day, which was a pretty good effort. And he also did destroy 10 aircraft on the ground. He remained in the Air Force until 1964, ending it with the rank of colonel. In 2006, he did unfortunately pass away at the age of 86. I picked this up off a seller on eBay for $75, and I reckon let's get this Razorback out of the box and have a real good look at it. So we've got the P-47's blister packet out of the box, and it does come with the typical Corgi collector card. There is only a limited run of 1,400 of these made, so if you do want one, they are in a pretty small batch number, and it does have some details of the aircraft, of course, on the back and the pilot, and I reckon that's another cool thing. We'll get this P-47 out of the box. It does come with the typical Corgi stand, of course. This part is metal, and the bottom is the softer plastic, and we'll get this hopefully pop out of the blister packet nicely, which it does. And of course in here, in this little baggie, it does contain a landing gear if you want to have gear down, and of course you know what we're going to do, we will have it gear down. And this P-47 right here does look very nice. The checkered tail is quite striking, as you can see there. We'll start on the back here and have a look at some of these details. That does look really nice. We'll run down the side of the fuselage here, and as you can see his aerial victories on the side there. You can see a little Herky sitting there in the cockpit there. We'll have a look at some of the panel lines on those wings. It has got some great detail. It is Corgi, it is pretty good detail. The paint finish does look very nice. He does have a little adornment on the front of the aircraft. And of course his aircraft always did carry the number 11 on there. And this does come up really nice. The propeller spins very easily. It's got a little bit of basic detail of the engine on there, of course. And it does look quite nice. We'll turn this P-47 around and have a little look on this side, and it does present quite well. It is in the overall olive drab finish, of course, and with that checkered tail to make it stand out, and less likely to be shot down by friendlies, of course. And I reckon this P-47 does look quite good. You can see all those 50 cals sticking out of the wings there. These things were armed to the teeth. These were a formidable aircraft, and they could take a beating too. I do have a little bit of a liking for a P-47. It's not as sexy as a Mustang, but these things could take a beating, and the pilots that did fly these did enjoy it. And I think this is another fine example. We'll flip it over. It does look to be a bit of a dark grey finish on the underneath here, and it does look very nice as well. Got some great detail underneath. The wheel wells painted in the correct colour. It does look very nice, and obviously the tail wheel needs to go in the back there. And of course, look, the stand will go in that hole in there, which is the traditional hole for these Corgi aircraft. And of course, while we've got it turned over, what we'll do is we'll get this Thunderbolt out now with some landing gear, and come right back with the Herschel's P-47 all fitted out. So here we have it all kitted out with the landing gear down. If you want to gear up, it is just those 3 pieces, of course, and you just slot them into their respective spots. But you just put the tail wheel module in here, which slips in there nice and easy. And of course you've got the gear bay doors that slip in on these sides here, and then the main wheels on either side there, and they just drop straight in, and there is no dramas whatsoever, and that's all you've got to do to it. And it does set up quite nicely. Sets beautifully up. I don't have a problem with this at all. I'd highly recommend one of these Corgi P-47s for sure, and this one's a really nice looking one. I do like the olive drab finish, and especially with the yellow and black checkers on the tail, it does make this one stand out, and I reckon it is pretty cool. So what we can do is we'll quickly just chuck it on the stand for you, like so. And there we have it on the deck, and it sets up beautifully on the stand as well. And I reckon this is another fine looking example from Corgi, of course. And yeah, all right, I'll wind this video up. I'll take some happy snaps of Herschel's P-47 and chuck them up at the conclusion of this video. And hopefully if you did like this aircraft as much as I did, throw us a little bit of a like as well. And if you have yet to subscribe to the channel, as I said earlier, please feel free to subscribe. And I thank you very much for spending your valuable time watching one of my videos. And so once again, this aircraft is from Corgi. It is 1/72nd scale die-cast. It is a limited run of 1,400 made worldwide, of course. And this aircraft is from Herschel Green, who was from the 325th Fighter Group from the 317th Fighter Squadron. And it was from Italy in 1944. All right, guys, thank you so much. And you have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers, guys.